Are you struggling to find the balance between real estate and your personal life? It's definitely not an uncommon challenge that we have in our industry. You know, being a real estate agent requires that you're on 24/7. You know, our clients, buyers and sellers are not interested in the fact that you want a life outside of the 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And that's the challenge that we have in real estate. Traditional success, if you're a successful, busy real estate agent, chances are you're working out of bounds, right? You're working when you should be with your children or your spouse, and you should have some downtime as a real estate agent, and the industry as it's set up right now doesn't allow for it. If you stick around, I'll show you how to get 20% of your working hours back in our Time Freedom Challenge. And if you like the videos, definitely give us a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications on so you find out about new videos when they drop. When I got into real estate, it was 2007. I had a lot on the line. I got married in October 2006, and my wife Julie was pregnant with Anders, our son, you know, when I got into real estate. So I left a cozy corporate job, multiple six-figure corporate job. It was my dream job, quote unquote, and I got into real estate, and everyone thought I was crazy. You know, I left the secure to go into this world where I didn't even know what I was getting into. I had never sold anything before. I had never built a business before. I'd never had generated a lead before as a marketer, right? It was this leap of faith getting into a business that I thought I would have freedom getting into real estate. And it turned out that I was busy instantly. I did figure out how to do lead generation. I became a really great direct response marketer in those early days. I followed Dan Kennedy and just became a disciple of everything that was direct response marketing. And so I had that one thing solved in the business, but I didn't have like any leverage in the form of systems or people, and my time wasn't my own. And so if you're at the point in your business where you know, you really sort of can't make sense of how do I achieve more? How do I sell more homes, make more money, yet not put in more hours? You are in the right place. I had that same struggle. The only difference that I would say that I applied in my business was to think about my business a little differently. It's a process that today we call our strategic game plan. It's a 3-year vision, a 1-year plan, and we break that down into 90 days at a time. So let me break this down for you. I think it'll be really valuable, especially if you're struggling with this whole time, money, stress equation that we talk about a lot in Real Estate B-School. So the 3-year vision, let's focus on the business first. 3 years from now, as you're watching this video, 3 years from now, where do you want your business to be? So if you're doing $10 million in volume, you know, 30 million maybe where you want to be in 3 years. Maybe you have a showing agent at that time and you're not going to work evenings and weekends. Maybe you have an administrator, you know, part-time during that time, and you're not going to, you know, do the administrative tasks that you're used to doing. You know, what does it look like 3 years from now in terms of the money, maybe your debt situation? You know, even take this into some personal line items with your relationship with your spouse or your children or your physical body or your spiritual journey. You know, paint the picture in vivid detail of what 3 years looks like. That'll give you the leverage to do the things you might not want to do every day. And then we break that 3-year vision down into a 1-year plan. So what has to happen in the first year of this 3-year vision for you to be able to, you know, really get a head start on just crushing and realizing that 3-year vision? So a 1-year plan is just, let's use that same example. Say you want to go from 10 to 30. What has to happen in the first year? Maybe it's you go from 10 to 15 and you hire a part-time administrator and you maybe focus on your database marketing system to get some leverage there, or you hire a part-time showing agent in this first year. You know, what does it look like? What are your hours that you're working? The hours that you're committing to with your spouse, right? What does it look like 1 year out from this 3-year vision? And then we take that 1-year plan and we break it down into 90 days at a time. We call this the 90-day world. And in 90 days, we pick like real projects, we call them rocks, that you have to work on. They're typically systems that don't exist in your business today that will give you leverage in the future. A good one that everyone should be working on every 90 days is to build out your database marketing system, your referral marketing system, in such a way where it generates business for you without you having to do really anything to keep it going. At this point, we'll do like 1.2 million from the database this year, and I shoot 2 videos a month for that day, to run that system. So less than 30 minutes I put in to a pillar, an income pillar in the business that makes $100,000 a month. So how could you break down this 3-year vision into a 1-year plan, into the measurables and the projects or rocks that have to happen in this first 90 days? And so that's a question I have for you. And just spend some time thinking about what this new company will look like. You know, oftentimes we get so wrapped up in the day-to-day and we forget to focus on what is possible. I think about Stacy Peterson. She's our COO right now. She came into Real Estate B School as the first client to Real Estate B School. And she had this vision for her business. You know, she was wrapped up in working with buyers and working with sellers. She was running the backstage of her business, the operations, and she was working like 70 plus hours a week consistently. Her children at the time were 5 years old and 7 years old. They're the same age as my children. And so I really sort of related to her situation, and we just dug in and we had a very clear 3-year vision for her to be 100% out of production, just running the backstage of the business. That 1-year plan actually included her stepping out of production so she could focus more on the backstage. And then we broke down into 90 days at a time. Within 3 years, she had tripled her business. Actually, within 6 months, she was out of production. In 3 years, she tripled the business. There was a year she did 222 transactions and she had 2 administrators on her team. So she really focused on like the backstage systems that can help her be successful. She was able to exit that business and sell it for a 7-figure valuation in a market where that had never been done before. So as you look at where you are today, suspend disbelief about what's possible for the future. You know, think about like, could I go from being a real estate agent to being a business owner? You know, that's what we focus on at Real Estate B School. And like I said earlier, if you are really struggling with your time, if you're really not able to kind of put the pieces together on planning and, you know, how do I do more in less time? Join me for thetimefreedomchallenge.com. I get to coach you and train you and push you and really challenge your thinking around your time and help you gain 20% of your working hours back. So if you're working 60 hours a week, I'll give you 12 hours back. You can give that to your family. You can put it back into the business. It's yours to keep. So go to thetimefreedomchallenge.com. And if you like the videos, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications on so you're the first to know about new videos as they hit. Thank you once again for joining me today. You know, I am just beyond passionate, beyond excited, beyond like, this is my life's mission, is to help you figure out how to detach the hours you put into your business to the money that you make through leverage, through systems, through marketing. And so join us for the next video.